Hey, for all my listeners out there, baby, I got the opportunity to sit down, man, with one of the great ones. When I say great one, I mean a cat that's been around this business, been around this world. He's been an entrepreneur. He's been a writer, producer. I ain't done so much shit that got me tied tongue-tied and shit. You know what I'm saying? For all my listeners out there, man, real jokes, man, no jokes, man. I got Mr. Robert Boyd with me tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, how you doing tonight, man?
Hey, man, it's a blessing and an honor to be here, man.
No question,
for sure,
man.
Brother.
No question, man. Hey, man, listen. I want to first start out, man, give everybody a little beginning, man. Where this all began. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to talk about all the different things that you're doing, the prison reform. We're going to talk about the 430 cannabis. We're going to talk about Latino USA. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about the streets don't love you back. Hey, man, we're going to talk about class. Man, we're going to get into a lot of different subjects tonight. But I want you to let everybody know, man, where this all began, man. You know what I'm saying? And what led up to you getting into the business that you are into now. But before the business, you was doing some other things, man, that actually solidified who you are.
Yes, sir. Once again, thanks for having me today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, born and raised in the city of Detroit, man. 10 years old, I got involved with the gang culture, selling drugs and different things like that. And it led up to me becoming a major figure in the game. And eventually I ended up changing my life, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like talking about all that, but, you know, educating the kids against gangs, drugs, and violence, that's what I'm about, you know?
Yeah.
But my life was in the streets for the majority of my life.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So with that being said, man, one of the first things that you did, man, is sure, we know you was in the streets. Sure, we know you kind of done some things, you know what I'm saying? But when you kind of backed up out of the streets, man, one of the first things that you did, was it prison reform?
Well, I'll back up.
Okay.
When I first backed up out the street, I had met my wife, you know, and that's how I really started backing totally up out the streets when I met her, because she didn't come from that world that I came from. But she was a woman that believed in me.
Right.
And that blew me away, because no woman told me they believed in me but my mother. You dig me?
At least didn't one that one try to get in your pockets at the time. But go ahead.
Right. You know, and it just blew me away, you know. And I told my mother, I said, Mom, I met this lady, you know, and she said she believed in me, and you know, we can do some things together. So me and her started the Streets Don't Love You Back organization together.
Okay.
And now we educate against that life that I was in, gangs, drugs, and violence. And my wife has her own story, you know what I mean? And
right.
We put both our stories together to help people. And 16 years later, we're in 175 prisons throughout the whole United States. And,
wow.
You know, it's just been a beautiful thing, because she believes in helping people, and I do as well.
Well, just when you started out with the Streets Don't Love Me Back, that vision had to come from somewhere, though.
Yeah.
Like, and I know you talked about it, you kind of just went back to it, but explain to me a little bit more on why you decided, after seeing a lot of the different things that you were seeing coming from the streets, that you wanted to do something like the Streets Don't Love You Back. You know, where did the mantra come from, and then how did you think to take that mantra and be able to move that mantra into something effective and real?
Well, we got to back up once again.
Okay.
I already had the name when I met my wife in 2009.
Right.
In 2008, I came up with the concept, the Streets Don't Love You Back, you know? But as we both know, the Creator ain't going to make nothing happen until he's ready to make it happen.
Absolutely.
So he blessed me to meet my wife, you know what I mean? Which, that's my queen. I married her 8 months later.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? But when I met her in 2009 of April, like I said, you know, we got to talking, and she believed in me and things like that. So that next month was May.
Right.
Me and her started the Streets Don't Love You Back organization over the telephone. I hadn't even seen her in person yet. And she started creating a website. You know what I mean? So eventually, I flew her to see me that following month, May, when we started. So when I seen her in person, I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? I said, yeah, that's going to be all me.
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
Yeah.
It became all me.
Yeah.
You dig? And then we started the Streets Don't Love You Back radio show that June.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it just kept going on. we started the Streets Don't Love You Back clothesline. So we just had that whole year of '09 was just a blessing to start and put everything in the right perspective.
Absolutely.
And then we started on prison reform, and at that time we were just sending in resources and information.
Okay.
And then in 2015, my wife created the Streets Don't Love You Back, the Life Skills Intervention Program.
Okay.
And I took it straight to our mayor. At the time, it was Mayor Price.
Right.
And I took it straight to him and showed him what my wife had put together to help people. And what he did, he called a meeting at that time with former Chief Stahl and former Honorable Judge Riggs.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, Judge Riggs say, hey, y'all can start the program in the courthouse. So we taught the program in his courtroom from 2015 to 2020. And that then did in the history of Maricopa, Arizona. We was the only program that's ever been approved that way.
So exactly what did the program consist of? I mean, there had to be a particular curriculum.
Yes.
I need you to tell me what the curriculum was, because for one, for somebody to say, yeah, we did this and we did that, but you got to have a curriculum. You got to have a reason on why you're doing the things that you're doing.
Right.
What was the curriculum? Like, what was that the things that were being actually done
and taught? Well, we was teaching against making great choices.
Okay.
Education against the drugs, you know. What's values, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's respect, you know?
Yeah.
So it goes on because people have to learn the life skills in order to live out here in the real world. And that's why it started off with the youth. Okay. But then it ended up in the prison system. And in 2016, we was approved by then Director Charles Ryan for our program to be in all the prison systems here in Arizona. And I want to thank our friend Senator Steve Smith, who made that happen.
Wow.
He introduced us to Charles Ryan at that time.
So that had to be an absolute benefit, man, for the prison system to actually have people that actually been living a life.
Yeah.
That can actually come tell a story.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these cats don't really understand. You know, everybody think they this, they think they that. But until you live this life,
you don't know how to teach it.
You don't know how to teach it. And I don't mean just living life. I mean really living this life. I'm saying really, really waking up every day, don't know what that's going to happen the next day.
Right.
Where your life expectancy is only a day or two away. You dig what I'm saying? Right. A lot of cats don't even know what that's really about.
Yeah, and that's why I was really satisfied when my wife created that program. You know, me coming from the gang culture and for a lot of years. You know, God bless my life. I survived 6 gang wars. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, brutal wars. You know what I mean? Without, you know, I didn't wrote up out of them without, you know, scars. You feel me? So that's why I'm truly blessed, man. I'm 62 years old now, and I devoted my life to giving back and helping the people, me and my wife. So
and
I love that.
And you have a lot to give back. You know what I mean? There's a lot of lessons that you can absolutely provide to some of the youth. And I know when you started the prison reform part of the program, I also understand that you also was involved with some lifers, with some cats that actually was willing to kind of sacrifice that ideology of being in the street, being on, being this, being tough, being all that, and being able to kind of talk back to the youth about, look, ain't nothing fly about breaking the law.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Give me a bit of insight, man, on how some of those lifers, man, contribute to the program of the prison reform.
All right. Well, in Michigan, the hometown, we deal with the Lifers Association in Michigan. And we're in the prison system in Michigan as well, because like I said, it was all about giving back. And I was definitely going to give back to the hometown as well.
Right.
So we started working with them in 2010, before my wife even created the program in 2015. We was just sending in resources and different things like that.
Right.
And then once she completed the program, then that expanded, man. You know what I mean? It's like it expanded throughout, like I said, 175 prisons, you dig?
Right.
Federal and state, men and women. Because a lot of my homies would go to different prisons and they would get the program in that prison, you know? So things just kept revolving.
Right.
And 16 years later, man, we done helped thousands of people. And we're very, very happy of that. And the program will continue helping people way after we gone.
I know that's right. I need you to say one more time, how many prisons? Did I hear you say 107? What'd you say?
175.
175 prisons where you guys is in the prisons actually performing classes and teaching folks, you know what I'm saying, or teaching youngsters. And it's just not just youngsters, we're just teaching everybody, teaching the general public, man, about making life decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you have to. Them choices, man, if you don't make the right choice, like I tell a lot of these youngsters out here now, the wrong choice, homeboy, it don't take 5 or 6 choices. That one can give you a life sentence without parole.
Right.
So it don't take you to go to jail 5 or 6 times.
Right.
See, a lot of people get involved with certain things, but they don't know the law in that state.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to know the law in that state when you're doing wrong.
Right.
And see, that's what I was taught as a young kid. Know that law, bro, at whatever state you're doing wrong in, because you're going to know what the guidelines is.
Absolutely.
You know, some states might not have a life sentence, you know?
Right.
But I'll back it up. In the 80s in Detroit, anything over 650 grams, you got a life sentence, natural life sentence. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you didn't have to have a whole bird. You know what I'm saying? You only had to have 650 grams of that bird.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And you got a natural life sentence. So a few of my homeboys fell up under that law. Right. And they're home now because eventually down the line, the laws changed.
Right.
But they was in there for a lot of years, man.
Well, and the laws also changed because of people like yourself, because of foundations like yourself, you know what I'm saying? Where you get in, and not only are you teaching and showing the different things and speaking to some of the people that have made bad choices, but you also are into making and changing, litigating law, changing the law from one thing to another thing, being active and talking with people and explaining to folks, like, yo, this is not right. That this has to change. Like,
exactly.
This, you know what I'm saying? That this law has to be revised or changed in some shape, form, or fashion, because you got a lot of people that's sitting around here that should not be in here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I want to piggyback off that. You know, once again, I want to thank our friend Senator Steve Smith. You know, we helped pass a bill that he had put together back in the day with the prison reform bill.
Right.
You know,
right.
Also, Senator Catherine Miranda was also involved. She's also has been a supporter of us with the prison reform and our organization as well.
Right.
So I want to give a big shout out to her as well, because she did a lot of work with us, you know, and then when COVID hit, you know what I'm saying, that's when we backed up out the public.
Right.
But we kept moving in the prison system, you know?
Yeah.
And now we back in the public, just to let you know that.
Right.
So the Streets Don't Love You Back Life Skills Intervention Program is now available for the public again. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Absolutely. So through that evolution of the different things that you was doing, you've been able to do a lot of different things, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know that you also have a background in filmmaking.
Yes.
You also have a background in music.
Yes.
I mean, you also sing a little bit too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So people don't even understand. It's just not what we're looking at right now.
Exactly.
This man does a lot of different things. Like
That's
I'm trying to tell you,
with me.
there's a lot of things go with him. You know what I'm saying? So you've now evolved to, and I want to like kind of skip forward a little bit. The 430 Cannabis brand. What's the 430 Cannabis brand about? Can you tell us a little bit about what the 430 Cannabis brand is about? Yes,
the 430 name. Let me get to that part.
Okay.
That name came about in 1979 in the Parkside Projects with me and my cousin Durrell.
Okay.
We started the 430 crew, you know, and that was our drug crew out the Parkside Projects, and we controlled that heroin game for over a decade there, you know, and all my cousins has passed except my cousin G-Man.
Wow.
So me and G-Man, the only two living, you feel me? And once I got presented to be involved in the cannabis business, that's when I said, well, hey, I called mine the 430 Cannabis brand, because I didn't know no other name.
No other name. You gonna go with what you know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes you just go back to what you know.
Right. And I said to myself, I say, well, with that right there, not only just selling cannabis, because it ain't just about selling cannabis. To me, it's about giving back. You feel me?
Right.
So we'll be giving back through our brand.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yes.
Right, and then what's some of the things? Because I know you also got some events coming up with the 430 brand too. You know what I mean? The 430 Cannabis brand.
Yes, sir.
We're going to be in some of the dispensaries in town.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Make sure y'all coming soon. We're going to be in some of the dispensaries that's in town. You know what I'm saying? You're not only going to be in some of the dispensaries, you're also selling a bunch of other products that go along with the 430 brand.
Exactly. You know what I mean? We got the 430 Cannabis brand merch.
Okay.
So you can log on to our website, www.430cannabisbrand.com. You'll see all our merch on there as well.
Right. So I was able to see, what, toothbrushes?
Oh, yes, sir.
You got toothbrushes?
We got the 430 Cannabis brand toothbrushes in the building. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, ain't nobody did that one, so I'm the first to come with that.
With the 430 brand toothbrush, I mean, because listen, man, after you finish doing whatever you do, whether you're doing gummies or smoking or whatever,
get your brush on.
Still get your
brush on.
Right.
Get your brush on. You heard me? And like I said, man, we definitely marketing and promoting the 430 brand to the fullest extent of the game.
Yeah.
We got a lot of things that's going to be coming, you know, so this really just the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
Me and my wife built our nonprofit organization, The Streets Don't Love You Back, 16 straight years, you know.
Right.
So we're going to build up our cannabis brand as well, you know, and that brand will be giving back as well, you know.
No doubt. Let's talk a little bit about the Latino USA TV. What was happening with that?
Come on, I'm glad you asked me.
Absolutely.
That. Latino USA TV, that's my homeboy Gil Bivens, you dig?
Mm-hmm.
I want to give him a big shout out. Me and Gil and my wife and his wife, Miss Joanne, we met in 2014. And in 2015, Gil and Pastor Raul allowed us to teach the Streets Don't Love You Back Life Skill Intervention Program at their church.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
And that was the first time my program was ever taught anywhere, even before it got into the Maricopa Courthouse.
Wow.
It started right there at the City of Refuge, right there at their church. And just want to give them big shout outs. And me and Gil has hooked back up again. Gil is going to produce the Streets Don't Love You Back documentary series.
Okay.
Dealing with prison reform and dealing with people who's went through our program and people who has not went through our program.
Right.
You know,
right.
Because his passion has always been about giving back to him and his wife and Pastor Raul.
Absolutely.
So that's my main man. So I want y'all to go check my man Gil out too.
Yeah.
You know, Latino USA TV. Check him out.
No
Get
doubt
familiar.
About it. Yeah, no question. And of course, around here, Media Made Magazine, Media Made TV, Media Made Radio, we're going to be involved in this whole thing also. So if you can't catch up one way, you can also catch up this way.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
So we're doing it.
We're doing it. We're making sure we don't miss nothing or nobody, baby. You know what I'm saying? So what we doing now? Like, what we going to be doing moving forward? Like, we talked about all the different things. We talked about the brand, the prison reform, the cannabis, you know, Latino USA. I mean.
Well, we're going to be letting everybody know the Trapped in the Hood documentary series has been going on for 12 weeks now at Jared's Coffee and Tea and Art Gallery. So we got episode 13 coming up. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's going to be this Wednesday coming up, which it'll be on the screen.
Right.
So we got 14 and 15, and it's going to be great. And after that, me and Jared, we was talking about putting together a big event for the people who's done came and screened all the documentaries. You know, it's been a great ride, you dig? So I want to thank all the staff over there at his shop as well. You know, it's always great, always nice, and movie night is always the bomb.
No doubt.
Be on the lookout, man. We got a lot of things coming.
Absolutely. Man, once again, man, I want to thank you for coming out, man, spending your time with us, man. You know, we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep pushing what we're doing, keep pushing that 430 cannabis brand, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep pushing that prison reform. We're gonna keep letting you know that the Streets Don't Love You Back Foundation is here to help you in any type of way that you need help. And once again, man, it's me, Sangria, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the building with Robert Boyd. Make sure you go tap in, man, to MediaMadeMagazine.com. Make sure you tap in to MediaMadeRadio.com. And make sure you tap in to Media Made TV, man, because we're here to serve the public, man, and do what we do, man, to make sure, man, if you're doing anything creative and ain't no light being shined on you, make sure you tap in with us, baby, because we'll absolutely put a big-ass light on you, man, and shine your light to the world, baby. All right?
You already know. So, hey, much love to my queen, Lucinda. Much love to my whole crew. And like I said, be on the lookout, man. The 430 Cannabis brand coming to a dispensary near you. and we about to make some things happen. Much love to all my homeboys, and we in the building, baby.
No
Peace.
doubt, baby.